Okay, I got a question here from a channel called Dongled, which is run by a fellow best known as MikeTendo. I guess I'll go ahead and give a quick plug for MikeTendo. He runs a fantastic channel. He has a review series called Dude, You Haven't Played This Game. And it's really excellent. He covers a lot of retro games across a lot of different platforms, lots of different genres of games. And does so in a really intelligent way. The dude obviously knows his games, very well edited, well written reviews, and even some nice skit work that he includes as well, which are entertaining. Plus, he does lots of other kinds of videos on his channels, kind of like vlogs, pickups. He does his podcast called Pixel Tunes Radio, which is dedicated entirely to video game music, which is very cool. I enjoy listening to that. So definitely go and check out MikeTendo at the channel called Dongled. Link will be in the description. Anyway, Mike asks if there's any anime that I prefer to watch with the English dubs, as opposed to either just straight Japanese or Japanese with subtitles. And there's actually quite a lot that I like to watch with the dubs. I grew up with a lot of anime in the 90s, which started simply with stuff like Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon, the things that were showing up on TV for kids, but it wasn't long before I got into, I guess you could say, more adult oriented anime. Sometimes anime would pop up on the Sci-Fi channel. That was actually the first place where I saw Akira, Green Legend Ran, a lot of stuff like that. And then eventually on this really like extended cable network like channel 300 and something, it was like Star's Action Channel. They would do these like Anna Midnight shows on Saturdays, and I would stay up late at night to record those anime on VHS and then share them with my friends or make copies for my friends. That was where I first saw a lot of stuff like Ghost in the Shell, Battle Angel, Demon City Shinjuku, Cyber City Oito, New Dominion Tank Police, whole lot of stuff. So yeah, definitely the anime from that era. I like watching it with the English dubs, just because that's how I first experienced it. That's how I remember it. It's kind of a nostalgia kind of thing. And then in some instances, the dubs are really funny. Just as an example, Demon City Shinjuku, a lot of accents are just kind of randomly thrown in there. There's characters with southern accents, British accents. Kind of one character has kind of like an East LA like Cholo kind of accent, which is funny. And then the character of Mephisto, he has kind of like a I want to say almost like a Bela Lugosi Hungarian like Dracula accent, which is it's funny. You don't get that in the Japanese dub. Everyone just kind of, if Japanese is not your first language, it's just Japanese. It just sounds Japanese. But you get those accents, and it's kind of like I don't know. It adds a little bit of character to characters that weren't really so deep to begin with. So it kind of punches them up a little bit. It makes it a little bit funny. But just other than that, in general, the dubs were usually really good. Both dubs of Akira, both the first one and the second one that has Johnny Young Bosch as Kaneda. I like those dubs a lot. The Ghost in the Shell English dub is really good. The English cast for Ghost in the Shell is great. And then all those other ones I named, Cyber City and Wicked City, Golgo 13 and Tank Police and Black Magic M66, all that stuff I originally watched on that Action Channel and made copies of and traded with all my friends. I love watching the English dubs of those. I probably always will. I don't necessarily feel the need to make this switch over to the Japanese. And I will say that now the anime that I catch on TV here, which isn't a lot, but like Dragon Ball Super and whatever else is on. My girlfriend watches some anime as well. The Japanese, I don't mind it at all. It's because it's something new. I think that's why I prefer those English dubs. It's just because that's how I experienced it first, and now I'm experiencing other anime with Japanese first, and it's familiar to me. I think the only anime that I watched originally in English that I prefer to watch in Japanese is Fist of the North Star. I love the Japanese dub of that show, and I love Kenshiro's signature line, "Omae wa mou shindeiru." It sounds good in Japanese. But other than that, yeah, the anime I grew up with, I tend to prefer the English dubs, mostly just for nostalgic reasons. Anyway, MikeTendo, go check him out, and thank you, Mike, for your question. And until next time, take care, everybody. Goodbye.